Woman, what is your "I am the client, not my husband, stop ignoring me" story? I spent months saving up for my dream car, a brand new Tesla Model 3. Being 26 and running my own successful online business, I was proud to finally afford it. When I walked into the dealership, the salesman Roger immediately focused on my husband Grant, who was just there for moral support. "What kind of car are you looking for today, sir?" Roger asked Grant, completely ignoring me. Grant pointed at me and said, "Actually, she's the one buying." Roger barely glanced my way before continuing to address Grant about features and financing. I stepped forward. "I'd like to test drive the Model 3 in pearl white." Roger looked at Grant for approval. Grant awkwardly gestured to me again. "She's the buyer, man. Talk to her." Roger reluctantly turned to me. "Do you understand the technical specifications? The battery range? The charging requirements?" His tone was condescending, like he was explaining it to a child. "I've done my research," I said firmly. "I know exactly what I want." Still, throughout the test drive, Roger directed all his comments to Grant in the back seat while I was literally the one driving. When we returned, I was ready to sign the paperwork. Roger started explaining the financing options to Grant. I cut in sharply. "I'm paying cash, the full amount, today." Roger's eyes widened. As I pulled up my banking app, Roger suddenly changed his tune. "Oh, wonderful. Let me get the paperwork started for you, miss." I stopped him. "Actually, I've changed my mind. I'll be buying from another dealership." Roger panicked. But you said you were ready to buy today." I smiled. "I am, just not from someone who can't grasp that women can buy their own cars. By the way, I recorded our entire interaction. I'll be sending it to your corporate office." The next day, I went to a dealership in the next town. The saleswoman Andrea greeted me immediately, directed all questions to me, and had me driving off the lot in my dream car within hours. 2 weeks later, I got a letter from Tesla corporate apologizing for Roger's behavior. They informed me he'd been fired after they reviewed my recording and security footage. Apparently, I wasn't the first woman he'd treated this way, just the first to document it. The best part came a month later. I was getting coffee when I saw Roger working as a cashier at the gas station. He rang me up without making eye contact. As I walked out to my shiny white Tesla, I made sure to wave, but the story doesn't end there. Last week, I went back to the first dealership to get my car serviced. Guess who's now the receptionist? Roger. When I pulled up, his face went pale. I walked in and said sweetly, "I have an appointment. Could you let Andrea know I'm here?" He had to watch as Andrea, who'd been promoted to sales manager, greeted me warmly and took care of everything. Before leaving, I turned to Roger and said, "Thanks for ignoring me that day. You helped me find the right dealership, the right salesperson, and make sure other women won't go through what I did." Andrea later told me Roger quit that afternoon. Apparently having to witness women in power was too much for his fragile ego. Now whenever I visit the dealership, Andrea and I laugh about the man who couldn't believe women could buy cars. The Tesla drives like a dream, but knowing I helped change how that dealership treats female customers, that's even better than the car. Andrea tells me they've had a 60% increase in women buyers since Roger left.